right, so I'm Jesse Kane. We're here at the Sandy Hatchery outside of Sandy, Oregon. And I'm here with Ben. Ben, why don't you break down the Sandy River for us?
Okay, so the Sandy, we have an anadromous fish, the salmon and steelhead in it year-round pretty much for people to catch. We have this nice board that we came up with that kind of shows we have winter steelhead, spring chinook, and coho that we produce at this facility here. So right now we're right around Christmas time, and it's the start of winter steelhead season. That'll go to around April, and then in April all the way through July we have spring chinook in the system, and then by August we have coho in the system, and that's an August to October fishery. Good numbers of fish, all three species. If you want to catch hatchery fish, they're basically from the town of Sandy, where Sandy Hatchery is roughly located downstream. The fishing closure to retention is around where the mouth of the Salmon River comes, which is about Welch's in. Good access in the lower river. We have a lot of roads paralleling and parks. We have Lewis and Clark Park, which is a state park. We have Dabney Park, and we have Oxbow Park down there, plus numerous pullouts. And above Oxbow to what's called Dodge Park, which is a water bureau park where the Bull Run River comes in. There's good access right there. And then from there up to the hatchery is kind of minimal access. You're kind of in a canyon. There's a lot of good public access around the hatchery here. And then as you go above the hatchery and you get above where the old Narmont Dam is, there's better access again because it gets closer to the road again, up to the Salmon River.
So I see that this says you can start fishing in December. So it's December now. Are the fish already rolling in? Do we have a shot at catching anything?
Yeah, if we would have a shot at catching stuff. There's kind of fish spread out throughout the system, but generally I would target in December below Oxbow. And then, you know, as you move into January, February, March, they could be anywhere in the system, and then, you know, March, April, they're going to be kind of more towards the hatchery.
So they'll start moving up.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. We just stopped down at Lewis and Clark at the mouth of the Sandy down there, or down towards the bottom of the Sandy, and we just followed this highway straight up. And there's all sorts of pull-offs and all this kind of stuff. So in addition to parks and those locations you can find, there's these nice little pull-offs. How do you know whether you can pull off on one and fish?
Yeah, like on this one, it's semi-improved. It's got a nice big wide shoulder, which is what you're looking for. Really good. There's no trespassing signs, and then there's a really well-developed trail here. You can always use something like a mapping program like Onyx, where you can go to the courthouse, whatever county you're in, and actually pull the property records if you're that worried about it. Those are the two things that, if you're really looking to explore that, that's how I would do it. But these are really well-established kind of bank trails right off the river where you can see the river's really close. And if you feel comfortable scurrying down a bank like this, it's a great spot.
I mean, yeah, you can keep it simple, right?
Yeah.
You can see that people have fished here.
Yep.
There's a nice, easy pathway down there. There's other people fishing. That's a good way to figure out whether you can fish there, right?
Yep.
So in addition to something like Google Maps, where you can look at those state parks, it might be good to just take like a scouting day. We talked about that.
Yep.
Come out with a pole and run up and down the river looking at the locations you know you can find, and then just mark those spots that you're curious about.
And a lot of the Sandy is signed where you can and can't park. There are no parking spots, and a lot of that is because of traffic and safety. So be really aware of public safety.
Yeah, I mean, and driving in general.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, this is a heavily used roadway right here, going in and out.
And cars are going fast. They're going 30, 40, 50 miles an hour.
Yeah.
So don't park on a curve.
Absolutely. All right, well, you want to head down this hill and see if we can catch a fish?
Let's see if we can catch a couple.
All right.
Yeah.
So we're reading this the same way that we read the other locations. We found these nice sandy banks, and you can see right past Ben, it drops off really deep there. And we get into that current.
Yeah.
So it drops off heavy. So not only is that as far as we can wade, but that's where we want to start targeting that heavy water, or that fast moving water. And if you look out here, you can see this bit of structure right here. It looks like a small riffle or a boil. and the fish will tend to sit right on the top side and bottom sides of that. So you can fish those structured areas if you have them.